Okay, everything is set up. I am getting ready to go into my live stream. This is my first episode of Untethered. This is for Live with Roger Hanson, or through Live with Roger Hanson on Rumble, as well as Beam and X, D Live, and Twitch. We will not be doing uh, these we will not be doing these streams on YouTube because of their really extreme censorship policies that they have in place. A lot of the stuff that we'll be discussing will be adult discussions that pertain to real things that are taking place and discussions that YouTube doesn't approve of. So that's not going to stop us from going ahead and doing it though. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get my sound tests and everything set up, make sure everything's running good. Um, yeah, it sounds good on Beam. So now I'm gonna put that back on Studio. Got to hit refresh on Rumble, make sure it's going. There we go. Sounds good on Rumble. I don't know if it's really working on X yet. I have to hit refresh on there too. And I have to talk so that I can hear myself when I do the sound checks. Okay, sounds good on X. And now I have to hit play on D Live to find out. Sounds good on D Live. Now I am running through Twitch, but I don't have to worry about any issues when it comes to Twitch because the recordings that are being done on Twitch, or I don't have any recordings on Twitch being done. So after this stream, it's gone. It's the only platform that I know that still allows that. So once I'm done with the stream, it's over. I don't have to worry about copyright, anything of that nature, because it's an actual live stream without a recorded copy. So it's good. Is all I'm basically saying. So with that being said, I do have everything set up. Now tonight, I'm going to tell you it's going to be pretty controversial. Tonight's first topic, since this is named Untethered, and that's what the stream's going to be about. Basically, if you don't know what untethered means, you can go in and check the definition for it out. We're going to be discussing topics that aren't really discussed. And tonight's topic for me is going to be the topic of Moloch. Now, I've been hearing a lot of people discussing Moloch and the Luciferian plot to take over the world. And tonight I am going to get into that conversation. I'm going to share an invite to the chats for anybody who wishes to come in and have a conversation about it. They're more than welcome. Uh, and we're gonna talk about all of it. We're gonna talk about Moloch, where it originated, what it actually means in today's world. Um, if I have enough time in the stream, I'm going to discuss how the Nazi regime was inspired by Moloch and the use of blood libel, and how that is what influenced a lot of that, and that is why we hear this thing about Jews and Moloch Ball and the Luciferian plot to rule the world through Satan, and all that crap. So, with that, I'm going to make sure that I have all my notes ready, And I do have the links there. I've got to make sure that they are in the chats. I think I've already got one on Beam. I've got one on Rumble, as well as I'll put one on X with a, if you wish to join the string, click the link, which I don't see anybody joining from there. I don't get very much activity on X, so, but I will post it. And also, I am going to do that on, or I already did it on D Live. If you guys want to join on D Live, you are more than welcome. And apparently, I've already done it on Twitch, so I've got all the links posted. If you guys want to join, I'm going to go into Element and post a link on that. I post as well as Skype. So, yeah, I'll do that on my Skype. Now, Skype is coming to an end at the end of the month, you guys know. So that's one thing I do want everybody to know. That's an announcement I think we all should be handing out, so that anybody who has a Skype account should be thinking of relocating to another platform. They have ended it. So if you guys want to use their platform, which is Teams, I believe you can, but they have excuse me, they have decided that they're going to end their services at the end of this month. It'll be at the beginning of April, January, February, no, May. It'll be at the beginning of May, actually. So that's something I guess I should have mentioned before. So yeah, and I will forward from Live with Roger Hanson to my Roger's Real Time Talk Show, my Minds Roundtable, and I'll go ahead and send some stuff to Jaffe's stuff and Naroki Five's chat rooms if they want to come in, and maybe PSEC. But like I said, I doubt if anybody shows up. This is something nobody really likes to talk about. So everybody likes to bring it up in their streams, but they really don't want to talk about what it's really about. That's how bad it is, you know. You got a lot of people out there who know what it actually means and what it supports, but they don't care. You know what I mean? They just throw these words around so that they can get views and become popular among other people who have absolutely no idea what they're talking about when they mention Moloch Baal, and they mention Luciferian plots, and they mention, you know, those horrible, evil Jews that are trying to take over the world, you know, things of that nature. They know what it's all about. So, but the only reason why they do it is because they want to gain viewers. They want to become popular. Either that, or they're trying to push an agenda. You know what I mean? And I'll just go ahead and say it. They're white supremacists. There's people who are white supremacists that pretend like they're not. And the only reason why they're doing it is because they want to spread their message. They want to let everybody think that they aren't racist, but in reality they are racist, and they're trying to push these old anti-Semitic propaganda. It's anti-Semitic propaganda. And, you know, I was always against using that word anti-Semitic until just recently, actually, you know. It's like these people have turned around and used that as a weapon. They've weaponized that too, you know. They, oh, it's not anti-Semitic. There's a whole bunch of anti-Semitics. Well, yeah, you're right. Okay, but still, that's what you're doing. You're spreading a hateful message that has killed millions of people throughout history, and you have no problem with it. You're okay with that, you know. That's what the issue's about. It's not about what's Semitic and what's not Semitic. It's about what you're doing by spreading your information. So let me pull up my notes, and we will get started with some of the stuff that I wanted to discuss tonight. So, all right. So now, this is also going to be the last time I bring this up because, to be honest with you, um, this discussion actually disgusts me. Okay, it's a disgusting, hateful um, topic that I really do not like. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because it's being mentioned a lot by a lot of people, and I have a history where I had to research this stuff. Okay, back when I first started getting into streaming, I wanted to. I wanted to actually get into this alt media, the supposed alt media, and try to be a part of that. And I started watching streams from people who were supposedly religious, and they would get on and they would start talking about this Luciferian plan to take over the world and spread evil and all of this stuff. And then they would start talking about Moloch, and they would start talking about hateful, racist things. Okay, that it was actually turning my stomach. Now this isn't in today's world, like within the last 5 or 6 years, which this during this time period it's really gone up really high, you know. But it was around even before then. This was like back during the time when Alex Jones was first getting a lot of shit, where people were kicking him off of his platforms and stuff like that, or off their platforms. He got kicked off of X and Facebook, and I actually had this channel, the Praetorian, going on Facebook as a page and a group, and I was doing streams with my brother where I wanted to do that with him together for the Praetorian. And it got so out of hand with these videos and these posts that it started disgusting me, because I would listen to them and then I would go and do the research on it, and I started finding out what this stuff was really all about, and it started disgusting me to the point where I finally walked away from it. I was doing research with another channel that I have called this. Now it's called Strange Stories, but at the time it was called The Strange, the Bizarre, the Unusual. I like it, and I had a page and a group set up on Facebook for that too. And I was doing research with that as well as with the Praetorian, and digging into some of this stuff and finding out what it was really about. And the more I started finding out, the more disgusted I got with it, until I finally walked away from the strange and the bizarre. And eventually, because of all the crap with Alex Jones and a lot of these supposed alt-right news outlets, as they called themselves during the time, I ended up getting a lot of shit on Facebook because of them. And what they would do is they would literally come on the internet and they would start spreading just straight outright lies. Okay, and these were impossibly insane lies that had absolutely no truth to them whatsoever.